Well, hello there, Bedrockians. My name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial with your favorite cardigan-wearing Minecraft character. And in today's Minecraft Bedrock tutorial, I have for you a stone/cobblestone generator that you can use in your Bedrock survival, server, or realm world that, thanks to a simple bucket of lava and some water, will supply you with all of the stone that you could possibly ever need. And as always, before we get into the tutorial, let's spend some time talking about the mechanics of this farm. How exactly does it work? And like most Bedrock farms I present to you, this farm is incredibly simple. It consists of nothing more than some lava flowing over some water, creating stone, and being pushed around by pistons to a little feed tape that we can use to mine. And assuming you're using a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5, this farm should net you with Silk Touch around 15,000 stone per hour, maybe a little bit more than that if you're not using Silk Touch to get cobblestone, and potentially even more than that if you also have a haste 2 beacon on hand. But the only thing you really need for this farm is a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5 and unbreaking. And if you're looking for stone, Silk Touch, and if you don't care about stone and you just want cobblestone, you can just omit the Silk Touch from your pickaxe. But like I said, this farm is really simple and straightforward, so let's get into the tutorial. Because this stone farm is rather quick, we're only going to build it 5 across so that we have enough reach. So we're going to lay down 5 regular pistons, and then we're going to block off the sides, the front, and the back of those pistons. And then we're going to take a water bucket and waterlog each of those. Now, I know it may not look like it, but if we break that block there, you can see that that piston is indeed waterlogged. So once that piston is waterlogged, we're just going to build a little containment area 1 block in front. It's going to look pretty much identical to what we built on this first row. And then in the middle here, we're going to drop down a single lava bucket, which will spread lava over that entire area. Next, we're going to add a block here in the corner, and then 2 blocks out from our line of stone, we're going to place 5 pistons facing up. Then we're going to dig out 2 rows directly in front of these pistons, which we will use for redstone dust here in just a minute. And then to the left of that, we're going to bring out 3 blocks and then fill in a L-shape block as so. We're going to place a repeater down facing into that first block, put it at 2 ticks, lay down a lever, and then just put a line of dust down over all of these and just make sure it's connected in this corner. Up here in this corner, we're going to put a redstone repeater as well on 2 ticks. And then in front of our pistons, put down a row of obsidian. Moving on to the side here, put down a redstone torch, put an observer facing up so the dot is facing up, a block on top of it, 2 blocks there, and then a repeater on 2 ticks facing out. And then you just want to bring a redstone line of dust all the way from the top of that block on top of the observer, all the way across the back there. And then finally connect that repeater that you have to your line. So when you flip this back on, as you can see, that will create a redstone clock and it will start generating stone and pushing it up. This is the first third of the build we're working on. Now, we don't want this in our way, so we're going to go ahead and knock all of this out, and then we're going to work on the pusher section, which will push this out. Get yourself some slabs, and we're going to draw a line of redstone dust with the repeater also at 2 ticks, connecting to some pistons up here that are facing outwards the same way our obsidian is. Once we have that in place, we're going to also want to place a redstone line of dust on top of each of those pistons. And with our pusher pistons now completed, we just need to build the top section, which is the exact same as the bottom, just with pistons putting down. Now at this point, I recommend you test that everything is hooked up and working and that you have stone that's being pushed up and then out. Once you verified that, go ahead and delete any of the stone that you have pushed out. We don't need it right away, and we can start work on the top section. And to get started with that, you're going to want to pick out your favorite block minus sandstone and put down 2 layers directly on top of the lava. You don't want it actually touching or in the lava like I did here. So if that happens, just go ahead and knock it out. That lava will flow back, but you want it directly behind those pistons and then directly on top. So same thing as we did on the bottom, we're going to build a little containment area as so. Just wrap that all the way around, make sure that you get all 3 of the sides, and then directly behind this back row that you created, add another row, knock out that previous row that you have, and then fill it in with pistons. Same as we did before, we're going to put in some temporary blocks and waterlog all of these pistons to ensure that they create stuff. Now, if you didn't cover the sides, you'll get a leak. So make sure you also get the bottom and find any other leaks you have. And if you need to fix anything, it should just be redstone dust. You can just easily pop that back in place. Behind the pistons we just placed down, go ahead and place down a line of redstone dust and then create another containment unit directly above those temporary blocks and fill it in with a single bucket of lava. Now above the vertical line where we previously placed our observer, place down another observer against that bottom block, stack up 2 blocks and then create a little staircase down, throw in a repeater on 2 ticks and then connect that all together with a redstone line. Now in front of the containment area, you're going to want to place down some obsidian blocks, then place 5 pistons facing down and then simply bring in another line of redstone dust to wire and hook those up. If you have any temporary blocks, go ahead and clear them out. That repeater in the back there should connect to the redstone dust and then push that out. One minor correction up here, you only need a single block on top of this observer, not to go ahead and place down a line of dust on top of that. And then 1 block down and out from our down pistons, go ahead and place down some obsidian there. That will prevent any stone from flying out kind of from the sides. And if you have any temporary blocks like I do here, you can go ahead and knock them out. And at this point, the stone generator part of our farm should be done. I'm going to go ahead and bring out 5 blocks here just so that we can test this without it having running away from us. But once you have that set up, go ahead and give this lever a flick and it'll start slowly at first, but then you can see the stone will start to push out and go all the way to our block we have. Now at this point, our stone generator is now completed, and if that's all you came here for, go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. But if you need a way to collect this, I'll just show you a simple contraptions I built over here that consist of hoppers, chests, and a little platform you can stand on that you can AFK with some auto clicking. Below the obsidian that you placed earlier 7 blocks out from your feed tape, go ahead and place down 5 double chests with the front of the double chest below the obsidian, then place down 5 hoppers, each one pointing into each of their double chests, and as an extra layer of safety, place down 5 hoppers feeding directly into those. Drop down a support block for you to stand on in front of that first hopper. Then up on the top of your farm, you just gonna make a simple little containment system out of any block you want, just to catch any of the stone that may fly out or fall to the side. This just ensures that this all falls into the hoppers. And the last part here is to make sure we have the right tool for the job. So go ahead and get your diamond or netherite pickaxe, place unbreaking, efficiency, and then if you want stone, place silk touch on the axe. If you just want cobblestone, you can leave silk touch off. But once you have the tool ready, you can go ahead and trigger that level. It will start spitting out stone, and then you can just AFK and click here. You can use something like auto key or some other tool that may come with your mouse or your keyboard, but that's really all there is to it to start generating stone. And with that, our multi-purpose stone and cobblestone generator is now complete. So if you found this video useful, please consider leaving a like for the video and consider subscribing. It really does help the channel and help this video reach more people who may be Bedrock users just like you, looking for a way to generate stone or cobblestone in their Bedrock survival server or realm world. But in any case, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.